All right. I'm sorry.
Now to speak to me.
Thank you all for waiting. Naturally, here at the zoo, wanted to make sure we had all our information. Today at about 4 o'clock, a young boy crawled through a barrier at our outdoor gorilla center, and through some bushes and over, and fell into the moat. Thank goodness he was not badly hurt going in, because he was walking in there and splashing around. But Harambe, our 17-year-old gorilla male, he's a great big animal, 400 pounds, went down and got him, carried him up into the moat, was moving him around, and it seemed very much by our professional team, our dangerous animal response team, to be a life-threatening situation. And so the choice was made to put down or shoot Harambe. And so he's gone. The little boy was taken to Children's Hospital, and we don't know his status, but hopefully he's going to be fine. We're not sure about that. It's a sad day all the way around. The right choice was made. It was a difficult choice. We have protocols and procedures. We do drills with our dangerous animal response team. But we've never had a situation like this in Cincinnati Zoo, where a dangerous animal needed to be dispatched in an emergency situation. But the team did a good job, and they made a tough choice, and they made the right choice. Because they saved that little boy's life. It would have been very bad. So the decision was not made lightly. Lowland gorillas are very endangered animals. There aren't very many in captivity. But it has the proper
When you talk about protocol, Thane, walk us through the decision, how long it took to make the decision. And then also, what about tranquilizing? Was there some thought given to that?
That's a very good question. We go through and practice those drills all the time for that very reason. The reason that tranquilizing was not chosen is in an agitated situation, which the male was, it may take quite a while for a tranquilizer to take effect, but certainly at the instant he would be hit, he would have a dramatic response. You don't hit him, he falls over. It would take a few minutes. So that was eliminated as the best option. In terms of the dangerous animal response team, we have a number of people that are trained, and they practice, and they go over drills and procedures. Those procedures were followed. I'm proud of that team. They did the right thing, and yet it's a difficult day. The zoo's in the business of taking care of endangered animals, and we certainly don't want to be in a situation where we have to.
And the initial reaction of the gorilla was not one of attack?
Well, you're talking about an animal that's over 400 pounds and extremely strong. So, no, the child wasn't under attack, but all sorts of things could happen in a situation like that. So, he certainly was at risk.
Describe to us the enclosure. How did the little boy get in there? He said he crawled through a small spot, but how is it laid out?
Well, our outdoor gorilla center, most everyone here has probably seen it in the past. It's been there for over 38 years. We've never had a problem with anybody getting into the moat. There's a railing, a steel railing with wires below. There's bushes. He went, evidently, if I understand, underneath the railing and through the wires, and then to the moat wall, and then over into the moat itself.
So did he jump in? Did he fall in?
I don't know that, but I'm glad he didn't fall on his head.
We heard
from witnesses that the child was picked up and dragged around by the gorilla. Is that true?
That was true, or that is true, and that's the reason it was determined it was a life-threatening situation.
Thane, who shot the gorilla? A security person or a keeper?
Well, a member of our dangerous animal response team, who's a zoo employee and is one of our trained responders.
What about the parents, Thane? Have you spoken to the parents? Where are the parents?
We've not. I'm sure that we will, and we look forward to that. But their job is to make sure their little boy's all right. We certainly hope that he is.
Thane, since you haven't had a situation like this before, what are the safety and security measures that the zoo will look at?
Sure. Well, we have a very robust security team and security program, and so they've already had an initial debrief of what went on where, and we'll follow up with that as well. The exhibit is safe, but we will look at that as well and make double sure that all's well. So yeah, we have a whole process of reviewing the safety situation.
Were there any other animals inside that area when all this happened?
There were 2 female gorillas, and they went inside. They were called in. The male, given the situation, stepped away.
And how far is the drop from where the little boy went in to where he landed?
You know, I'm not sure. If you wanted me to guess, I'd say 10, 12 feet.
How long did the gorilla have the child in his possession before?
I think about 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Yeah. That seems like a long time.
Maine, is there video of this event?
Not that I know of.
Tell us more about this team that went in there after the gorilla.
Well, the Cincinnati Zoo has security at the zoo 24 hours a day. We take that role very seriously, keeping our guests safe, keeping our employees safe, keeping our animals safe. And a part of that is to have a dangerous animal response team, just so if something like this happens. It could be if a keeper was threatened, in this case, which is unusual, but the level is threatened. And so we have a team that practices for that, and prepares for that. But it's a sad day.
17 years old is this gorilla.
Harambe was 17 years old.
Now, hey, when the polar bear was you let us go in, can we go in and take shots of the gorilla exhibit?
I don't think we're set up for that right now.
No, not right now. We're still gathering details.
Yeah, so it's not really open to go visit right now.
Could you give us any more details about this gorilla when she was here, or when he was
Sure.
here?
He was born at the Gladys Porter Zoo in Brownsville, Texas. We have a long relationship with them. It's where our female, who's so famous, Gladys, came from 3 or 4 years ago. Harambe was a good guy. He was a youngster, started to grow up, and there was hopes to breed him. He was not quite at breeding maturity yet, but it'll be a loss to the gene pool of lowland gorillas. Gorillas are highly endangered. They come from Central and West Africa, and they're very tightly managed captive population for genetic reasons. So the loss of a breeding male is a big deal. But we will certainly continue our gorilla program. It's one of our most important programs.
Can you forward us a picture of the gorilla?
We're going to send a release with a photo, and we'll get that to you within the hour.
Okay.
Okay?
Appreciate the gorilla. Has it reopened or will it be open?
Well, the zoo closed at 6, so it's closed right now, but yes, it'll be open tomorrow. All right. Thank you all.
How do you spell Harambe, just so that I have it correct in our copy?
Well, there you have the
Harambe.
Yes.
Harambe.
Harambe.
Very fair.
and many, many aspects.
Good to see you.
Hopefully, your business okay.
Yeah, very sad.
Are you available?